I'm standing in front of Sundial Bridge. Very impressive. I think it's just there for looks. Whether it actually acts as a sundial, I really couldn't be sure. But it's a nice little sojourn to get away from the break of driving all the time. And it's in a little area called Turtle Bay. There's this cute little dragonfly things here. I'll show you. Nice for the kids. Here I am out in the middle of the bush, all the pine trees, beautiful out here. Just caught up with my new friend Austin, who is a local ranger around here, and he's offered to catch up with me tomorrow. He's got a little electric bike, so we'll be able to check out beyond the roads. At the moment the road is closed. They're preparing it for the snow season, and he said beyond that I can park the RV and then take off on the little electric scooter. And we also might do some kayaking. So it's all happening. But yeah, I love the silence of pine trees in the forest, pine forests. Beautiful. So I guess I'll just go and put some dinner on and get organised. Good morning. Top of the morning to you. Just grabbing a bite of breakfast. You might notice that I've got a very big bowl, because in America everything is done by big, so got a big bowl and I've got a lot of cereal in there and a couple of bananas, but that's not particularly relevant what I'm going to talk about. Now I've been here, I've been on the road for maybe this is the fourth day or something, so I'm kind of getting the feel of it all. Really absolutely loving it. There's a couple of things that I want to talk about. Up is down and down is up. And all the movies I've ever seen, I'm sure that I've never really noticed it, like, you know, due care and attention for detail. But the switches here, when something is turned off, it's down. And when you want to turn something on, you flick it up, which is so contrary to the Australian way of living. All of ours, if you walk into a room and turn on the light, you click it down. So check that out. So again, if something, when it's a bit hard to get used to, especially with in here, the hot water service, when I want to turn it on, I have to, not turn it on, I have to flick it up. I hope you get that. Yeah, so a couple of other things. I know I tend to do it, and I'm sure a handful of Australians tend to do it, when we say Americans, or in America they do. So as you could probably imagine by sheer logic, that's not really true. America, to say all Americans or in America this happens, that's a sweeping statement, because certainly California is quite different to New York, which is quite different to Mississippi, which is quite different to Colorado, and they all have their very different weather, all their different climates. As in Australia, you wouldn't say Melbourne and Darwin and Perth and the very top of Perth, they're all the same. So not having a go, I'm just saying. and even within California. So I'm in Northern California at the moment. And strangely enough, the Northern Californians, they like to be known as Northern Californians. South California is a different type of people. So I'm at Northern California, and I'm actually at a place called Lassen Volcano. Sounds a little bit dangerous. In fact, it is. Basically, this is a volcano. It's an active volcano, but it's not active in the case of bloop, bloop, bloop. It's not active in that sense. It's, I'm going to have a look today if I can dodge all the rain. California, sunny every day. Northern California, sunny every day. Yeah, it's just about the beginning summer, and, you know, I'm up in the mountains, so today's a bit of a wet day. Not pouring, just drizzly. If I get a chance, I'll go out and film some of that volcano. And apparently you can see parts of the, when you're walking around, the little bloop, bloop, same as in New Zealand.
Hello again, we're at Lassen Volcanic National Park, and this is a specific boulder named Hot Rock. Gets its name because in 1915 it's one of the many hot rocks that came down from the top of Lassen Peak, but this one in particular was photographed. It was still hot to the touch several days after the eruption, but it would have taken a few months for the interior to cool. So this is 1915 black dacite. So this not only was hot, but it was also lava just a little over 100 years ago. This specific rock weighs about 300 tons. So this was carried approximately 5 miles from the top of Lassen Peak on top of a lahar, which is a volcanic mud flow. So as the hot lava and ash from the eruption touched down on the winter snows that were still present on the peak, it mixed with the water that was melting with that and the ash, creating these mud flows that carried large rocks like this even much further than this point. But this is one of the accessible ones that's just right off the road here.
Smell the beautiful smell of the pine. Reminds me when I was going to Tasmania, just waiting in Geelong there for the ferry. Really distinct smell of the pine chips that they prepare to ship out. What a great day. Been out in the deadly treadly that Austin loaned me, my new friend. Great. Oh, it was so much fun scooting up the, so I got past the road closed section because I had the bike. Rather than me walk the 5 to 10 miles, which is 8 to 16 kilometers, I had to, I just had this little wing, and then when the battery got a little bit flatter, or when I knew it was getting down a bit, you pedal and then you pick it up again. That was great fun, really good. If anybody's thinking about get one, this is maybe can only get it in America, but certainly worth a consideration. So that was great. Haven't seen any bears yet, but that could be a good thing. And I haven't seen any mountain lions, and that too could be a good thing. But whether they've seen me doesn't really matter. no damage done at this stage. So yeah, up to Lassen Volcano, and that was great fun, just seeing all the snow everywhere and the beautiful firs and the pine trees, and got a bit of an education from Austin, which was great. And yeah, some little ideas of what's good and what's, you know, all the little tricks. Well, being a ranger, you knew so much. I love the one though. There's these, there's the squirrels. What they do is they get the fairly green, sort of ripe the squirrels get the squirrels either go up and chop them down, or they might find them on the ground. They find the green ones, or certainly not the totally dead ones we see. And in there, what they do is they lean themselves up against a tree so they can't be attacked from behind. And then what they do is they painstakingly take out the pine seeds. And they're the very pine seeds we use for cooking. How good's that? So they do all that, and then when you see where they've been sitting, because they do quite a few at the same time, it looks like they've done the corn on the cob. They're just sort of sitting everywhere. So yeah, so much to learn, so much to know. But oh, seriously, what a beautiful place. So I'm in Northern California, and it's called Lassen's Volcano, or Lassen's is the area. Good morning, top of the morning to you. Just wanted to share this with you before I head off. Actually, I'll probably stay another night. I stayed last night and I'll stay again tonight, doing some editing in the RV. Now this is God's own country, seriously. Got beautiful high firs and pine trees, lots of nature around here. Apparently there are bears, but they're nothing really to be afraid of so long as you're not encroaching on them. And yeah, as I said, babbling brook here, just, it is outstanding and hardly disturbed. I am by a little road, but it's a great place just to chill. Back with Mother Nature. Woohoo! I just wanted to bring to your attention, it's more than obvious to me now once I've been here a couple of weeks. First of all, the money. Now, I'm not dissing them, but seriously, if anybody important in the government, American government's watching these videos, these pennies are such a pain. If I was wearing shorts or trousers, I swear, this change that I get all the time in my pocket will pull my pants down. So annoying, especially the pennies. The other thing is, again, all people of authority, these notes, they're so annoying, confusing. They're all the same colour pretty much. Your $5, your 20s, your 50s and your 100s, all pretty much the same colour. They look pretty much the same. So what I have to do, what I choose to do every day, is pull out all the notes and get them all organised. All the ones, all the 5s, all the 20s, not many hundreds. But just get them all organised, just so that I know what someone says, oh, that's $7. I've got 5, and I'll pull out a couple of ones. Also, if you have to get involved in the tipping charade, then it's always handy to have quite a few $1 bills. Still not quite sure how much I'm supposed to tip, but hasn't come to fisticuffs yet, so happy Americans. Oh, I almost forgot. Now, my first trip into Walmart, which is a bit similar to Coles or Woolies back home, I just wanted to grab some cereal. Didn't have to be anything flash, but something a little bit remotely nutritious. But all I could find was just a whole bank of Frosties, Fruit Loops, sugar this, sugar that. So that was just a bit of an awakening for me. I'm missing some of my food from back home. But I'm still not losing weight, so I must be doing all right. this is my camp for the night. Well, it would be very remiss of me not to mention just how well my trip is running so far, thanks to the kindness and generosity of Northern Californians. Now I'm making sweeping statements, but believe me, almost every person I've met has been really, really fantastic. And those honorary mentions goes to Austin and his wife. Now Austin is the ranger up in Lassen National Park, and he loaned me his bike to go out up to the summit, which is great. He also gave me a private tour of Lassen National Park, and he cooked dinner and brought his wife and little baby over to my camp, and we all sat down and ate dinner and had a bit of a chat. Another honorary mention would be to Sandra, who owns the Australian outlet at Shingleton, Australian hat outlet in Shingleton. Now look it up. She generously gave me this hat. It's made of leather. It's one of her products, and I can absolutely vouch for it. It's crush proof, deliberately like that, so that when it comes up, you just pop it all up, pop it on the head. Beautiful. And I've got to use it out in the sun, so it definitely works in the protection. And a lot of people come up and made comment thinking that I'd actually bought it from Australia. So any Americans that are watching this, yeah, you can buy it either online or give Sandra a call. That'd be great as well. Next week I have about 8 giant elks run straight in front of the RV, so that caught me by surprise. And I also go and get to check out the redwoods, fantastic redwoods. They're just so tall. And one of my big ticket items, I'll get to see cars driving through the redwood tree, a single redwood tree. So that's pretty amazing. That's probably worth watching out for as well. And like all videos, if you found this video helpful, useful and or entertaining, please give it a thumbs up. If you haven't already subscribed, I'm waiting. And if you think the video is worth sharing, that too would be great. Until next time, this is Paul Wheel Drive, signing off.